Hey everybody, how you doing this morning? I see that that little Mr. Tom Davis is on the warpath again. You know what's funny? Just good things keep happening to me. I don't know why. It's like the past few weeks, just nothing but good things have been happening. And it's interesting because I know it's pissing off Tom Davis. Now, part of Tom's problem is that Tom is one of those special people. Special. Tom Teddy Davis. He'll get that joke. Anyway, yeah, so Teddy, or Tom, is on the warpath again because in his mind, because he doesn't like me, that means everybody in society doesn't like me, and that somehow there's a nationwide manhunt for me, Nick Bravo. Oh my goodness. I wonder who's more delusional. Tom for believing that everybody in the world or the country or whatever hates me just because he hates me, or I don't know, me for being a theist. I think it's Tom. I think it's Tom. Tom is the more delusional one. So he was screaming and raging on the Corky forum about how the only solution to the problem of Nick. See, I'm not a person. I'm a problem. Because he wants me to be a problem for him, and he entered my life. He came into my life. I didn't choose it. I didn't say, "Hey Tom, come into my life, you anonymous, cowardly little bastard." Oh, I do know that Tom is not a 70-year-old Vietnam veteran. He's some 30, 40-year-old little bitch. And he's about the same age as me and Tim. And he hides behind a computer screen. So we know that much about him. We know he's a coward. We know he's a coward. He has no honor. You know. I mean, the thing you can say about, me versus Tom Davis or Christian Fairy Tale is, I mean, the only time I've ever gone to a foreign country is to help build a church and buy little children candy. Whereas Tom and Fozzie Alfonso, those two went overseas to murder people for a paycheck so that a corporation could take advantage of resources in the country. So basically they're privateers. There's like, "We're soldiers, well, okay, I'm gonna murder people for a paycheck. I really don't think there's anything ethical about that. So I think we both know who the more ethical person in this little conversation is. And the most ethical person, that would be me, ladies and gentlemen. That would be me, because I don't murder children for a paycheck, whereas Tom has and Alfonso has. I know, it's so much fun. Oh, I love being right about being ethical. And it's a tragedy that children were murdered. Of course it's a tragedy. But, Tom and Alfonso are part of the problem. They're not part of the solution. They're not saying, we need to make society a better place. Now, see, they're attacking me because they perceive me as powerless. But see, here's the thing. If Tom was even a quarter of the man that he claims to be, he would find me and make a citizen's arrest and haul me down to the fucking police station by himself and, say to the police, here, I caught a fugitive for you. That's what he would say. But he won't do that because he knows that there's no warrant out for me and I'm not considered a fugitive by the police. He knows this. So he knows that if he would make a citizen's arrest and kidnap me, basically, and drag me down to the police station, the cops would say, there's no warrant for this person. Who the fuck are you? Show us your ID. He would show. And I would say, oh, this is Tom Davis on YouTube. And they would go, holy shit, that's Nick Stalker. They know who Tom Davis is in regards, as far as, in so much as they know that he's a stalker of mine. And their first question to me would be, well, Nick, do you want to press charges against this guy for kidnapping? Well, they wouldn't even ask me. They'd slap the cuffs on him and say, you've just committed I think kidnapping is a felony, actually. So they'd say, you've just committed a felony, and then it would be Tom going into a prison and getting ass raped by large tattooed people rather than me. Because we know how much Tom is fascinated by anal rape and all this other kind of stuff, because he makes consistent videos about it. He makes dozens of videos about it. He's fascinated by it. Maybe he's into it. Maybe that's it. Maybe he likes it. Yeah, well, it just shows another layer of his perversion and lack of ethics of any kind. Oh, Nick thinks butt sex is wrong. He hates homosexuals. No. If people like butt sex, that's their problem. I personally don't want to ever experience something like that, but whatever somebody's into, I guess, is what they're into. This began as such a good, solid, healthy conversation, and now we're talking about sex. But then again, when you're talking about Alfonso and Tom Davis, where else can the conversation go? Except perverse violations of a sexual nature. I mean, there's nowhere else for that conversation to go. So since that conversation has bottomed out, oh my goodness, I actually do have some things to do today. I've got good, fun, positive things that I'm doing today. So I hope you've all enjoyed this little conversation about Tom Davis. I gotta get my passport sometime this week or next, because apparently, I very well likely could be starring in a show that will be shooting in a foreign country. So, man, that's gonna be so much fun. That's gonna be so much fun. I'm really blessed. I really am blessed, and I hope all of you have some good things happen to you in your life this week, and I will talk to you soon. Bye bye.